we're going to start. Sorry if my voice sounds weird, but this is a top shelf. If you can see, I like to have some type of a color pattern, which I do like to organize by color. If not, I kind of did this black and white sort of pattern, and then the overbooks that don't fit are up there. And we have Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I know the second book is coming out and I cannot wait. Heartless, actually I got this for $1, and the reason is because it doesn't have the dust cover jacket, but I don't even care. Do you see how beautiful this is? This is one of the books that I still haven't read from Marissa Meyer, so hopefully it'll be getting read soon. There's a pattern with actually most of these books. I started reading them and I never finished, like The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I started it, I never finished it. Which one else? Ash Princess is the same thing. And then there is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. It's actually the only John Green that I've ever finished, and it's gonna look so raggedy. Now if I can pull this out. This is the first John Green book that I read, and I read it last summer, and it's the first book that I've ever tabbed up. And I believe these are the paper tabs, so I learned my lesson. And Daughter of the Pirate King, which is really good. Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. So good. I gave this a 5 stars. Caraval, I finally picked it up this year. I love this cover, but I thought it was pretty good. I gave it a 4 star. It kept me really entertained. I have read Warcross. I have the second book, still haven't picked it up. I know. I kind of hope to get to this one because since it's a traveling book, then I don't know, I'm into traveling books over the summer. And then Tiger Lily, my precious baby. I love the story. I'm a huge fan of the story, and I'm a huge fan of Disney. So if you didn't know, this is a Tiger Lily or Peter Pan retelling, but in the eyes of Tinkerbell. Love it. So yeah, this is my black and white shelf. Starting off with my favorite character ever, which is Steve Herondale from Stranger Things. Oh my goodness, I love him. And Dustin, those two are my favorite. Then we have my precious babies, literally. It is Hercules and Pegasus in the baby form from the movie. On to the next shelf, we have our purples, pinks, orange, reds, and yellows. Now this shelf is a bit of a mess because again I'm running out of space, but it doesn't look bad. And surprisingly, I only have 2 purple hardback books, which hopefully in the future I'll change. I do have a couple of purple ones, but like actual hardbacks I don't have. We have Nocturno here, which is a brand new book. The cover is absolutely gorgeous, and it is a Latinx inspired fantasy. Then we have Alex and Eliza by Melissa de la Cruz, which I read the second book and I thought it was alright. I think I'm just gonna keep the first book. We have a semi-definitive list, which I still haven't read. I kind of keep this because like the cover is really pretty, but like again, it's no excuse. I want to read that. We have Emergency Contacts, which even though it is beautiful, didn't really like it that much. Fangirl, which is a cult favorite, if you will call it. I gave it a 3 stars. The Bells, again, 3 stars. I haven't read this one. We have The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas with all the award stamps, and I got her at Walmart for like $13, which is a pretty good steal, if you will call it. This is another book that I've heard not a lot of people actually talk about, and it is Solo by Quaim Alexander. Hopefully I said that right. It's a book told in verse, but it has like music playlists that you can do along with the song. And even though the beginning it's a little bit corny, towards the end I thought it was fantastic. I believe I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, so I do recommend it. Oh, and the book that I have here is Scythe which I still have to read. I can't believe I haven't picked this book up. Like, we had a group in Twitter that read it, and I was just going through my reading slump and I didn't pick it up, but I will pick it up very soon. And we have The Wrath and the Dawn, which I have both of the books. I still haven't read it. Rosie Project, I'm in the middle. Kiss Quotient, loved it. Cersei, I have to get to it because it's a well-known book. And then The Queen of Blood by Sarah Beth Durst. This one, Zoe talks about it all the time, and I got it and I actually haven't read it, so I have to fix that. And then we have the classical mythology, How to Walk Away, another book of the month. And yeah, this is my purple, pink, orange, red, and yellow shell. Starting off with Blackfire, which is Starfire's older sister from the original Cartoon Network Teen Titans, which I loved. Then we have Little Bo Peep from Toy Stories 1, 2, and 3, which is the original because she has a dress on. Then we have him. Oh, I love this character from the Powerpuff Girls. Jack Jack from The Incredibles 2, which I thought it was a great movie. And then finally, we have Simba from the Lion King eating his insect. Alright, so moving down to my series shelf, because this is the middle shelf and it's the one that has like more room. So I just said to put all my series or authors here. We have the Twilight, and I have the comic books down there, which I'll show you later. We have Veronica Roth, which I'm missing a book. We have the Shatter Me series, which I'm missing pretty much all the books. We have the Splintered, I'm missing one book. Like, the covers of these paperbacks are so beautiful, and inside the writing, this writing is, I believe, green, this one's purple, and then this one is red. It is so good. Like, the marketing of these books are incredible. The only complete series that I have here is Sarah J Maas with ACOTAR, because I have all 4 of the books right here. I have 2 in paperback and 2 in hardback. We have this duology, which, oh my god, I love so much. We have Language of Thorns. Then we have the Bane Chronicles, which is like an anthology of pretty much Bane, Magnus Bane's adventures. And we have all my Cassandra Clare books here. As you can see, I am missing City of Bones here, but I want the paperback version. I don't want the hardcover. And then we are missing Clockwork Prince right here. And then I just started Lady Midnight as well. Starting off with my bobblehead, Chewie from the movie Solo. He's so cute. I loved that movie. Then we have Dopey. He's probably one of my favorite Funkopop because look at how cute he is. I love him. And then we have my, I think they're called Dorbs or Orbs. This is the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Now, this shelf is all of my blues and dark blues shelf. It is probably the messiest because there is a lot going on. We have the Red Queen series, which, again, I actually haven't read, and I don't know if I want to give it a chance. Maximum Ride, which was definitely like a childhood middle school favorite. The Siren, which I haven't actually heard anybody talk about this book, but I thought it was a pretty cool siren story, and I enjoyed it. We have Katrina Leno, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I was kind of a little bit disappointed that the spine wasn't yellow, but this book is crazy and I love it. We have Winter Song, Big Magic. We have the second part to The Wrath and Dawn. What else? This is a Nicholas Sparks book, which, you know what? Like, I'm never going to read it, and I think I got it off of $1, so it's going in my unhaul pile, which is right there. So yeah, we have space, people. We have space. So I actually haven't heard anybody talk about the book jumper, but the only reason why I got it, it's because it reminds me of like a YA version of the Magic Treehouse series, which again, they jump into books as well. So if you've read this, let me know down below if you liked it. I know there's a second book, I think, and it's green. But yeah, I haven't heard anything from it, and it was on sale on Book Outlet, and I was like, I need to get this. We have The Young Elites, which I haven't read. We have 2 Mary Lou right here, which is wild card. I liked White Cross a lot, but I actually haven't picked this up. I don't know why. Then we have Adult, Wonder Woman, Renegades, which is such a good book. 5-star read, y'all. Second book, Arch Enemies. It is totally a waste of time. I'm sorry. And then Strange to Dreamer, which, shocking, I have not read yet. So, yeah, these are my dark blue bookshelf. Alright, so this is a little bit weird, but yes, I do have the Funko Pop of Captain Crunch, which is my favorite cereal of all time. Then we have Ariel from The Little Mermaid, but this is her human form. I still have to get the other one, but this one is really nice too. Then we have Stitch. I love Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch, which I still have to get her Funko Pop, but look how cute Stitch is. And then finally we have Superman from the Justice League movie, which we don't talk about, but I love Superman, so I had to get it. Okay, down to the last 2 shelves. I have my green, I have a gold one, and then I have the Rick Riordan and the True Blood series. So at the start of the green shelf, we have the golden book, which is not really golden, but I have no place to put it. Then we have Little Fires Everywhere, which I loved. We all know this book, loved it. Actually, these 3 right here, I have not read. And this one has a pretty low rating on Goodreads. I looked it up because I wanted to do a video, but I don't know. So this one, I might actually be getting rid of it. So maybe to the unhaul pile. So we have space. Oh, so exciting. These are the True Blood mass paperback series. Now this, again, the books came out first and then the series. So my best friend reads this and she says that it is better than the TV show, and the TV show, it is amazing. So I definitely have to start reading this whole entire series. We have the Percy Jackson series, the Heroes of Olympus series, which I love these covers so much. And then we have the start of the Magnus Chase. Now Rick Riordan has so many books, but I've been slowly collecting them. Starting off with Reptar eating his cereal. He is from Rugrats, I believe it's from the Paris movie. Then we have Arnold from Hey Arnold. I used to love watching this. Like, I would come home from school and I would just turn on the TV and start watching. Then we have Crash and Coco from the video game, y'all. I just realized that this was like memory lane Funko Pops. To the last and one of my favorite shelves, it is my graphic novels and manga. Now I won't be showing you my manga side because I already did a video besides these 3 that I just bought, but everything else is the same. So if you want to go watch that video and see all of my manga collection, then I'll put the link down below. But we're going to be focusing on all of my comic books. Now, these 2 up here, these are my boyfriends that I still have to read, so I put them on top of mine. And as you can see, I actually don't have any Marvel because my love is for DC, but that is about to change really soon because I do want to get into Marvel comics. But just know that right now, I'm only collecting DC Comics. We have some of like the New 52 series, and then I just started collecting the Rebirth on some, which you can buy or you can find them out on Book Outlet, but you always have to be on the lookout for them. Now we have pretty much my favorite, I dare say, yeah, it's my favorite, which is Image Comics right here. We have the beloved saga, which I only have the first volume, but I've been reading them on Hoopla because Hoopla has the 3 books, and all the 3 books come with like the 9 issues, and I'm on the last book, y'all. I love this series so much, and I highly suggest you pick it up, but it is really graphic. If you don't mind that stuff, which I don't really care, I love that stuff, but yeah, just letting you know ahead of time. I love Image Comics. I found them about a year ago, and I love their comics so much. Obviously there's some hit or misses or things that are not for me, but for the most part I really do enjoy their comics. And then we have Lumberjanes right here, a random one, which is The Hobbit in graphic novel form. And we have The Last Avatar, which, y'all, I really want to continue on with the series. And then we have my 2 Twilight comic books, which the reason why I keep these, it's because they actually form a picture. Like, look at that, y'all. It is so cool, and I love it. If you didn't know, I'm a huge fan of covers, and this cover is probably one of the best because 1 and 2 make an actual picture. I love when books do that. Okay, so I pulled out one. This is the Lumberjanes. And the bad thing about loving comics is that it is pretty expensive. Like, this is $14.99 for 1 volume, or 1 volume. And I currently have 2. They're in the plastic because I got them on sale at my comic book shop. But 2 of these volumes are $30, and there are tons and tons of volumes. So some of the comic books that I've been recently reading, like, again, Saga, it is one. I just read Blackbird by Image Comics and A Natural, which both of them I freaking loved, but it is a lot of money to collect. Obviously I want to get into it in the future, but yeah, I've read more comics than I actually own because owning these comics are quite an expensive hobby. Starting off with another Superman, y'all. Are y'all surprised? No. But this is the old school Superman, which he has the curl in his hair, which I freaking adore. Then we have Mera from the Aquaman movie, which was a really good movie, y'all. I loved it. Then we have Sebastian, which is a Hot Topic exclusive because he is covered in glitter. He is fabulous, and I love him. And then we have 2 of my Fortnite Funko Pops, which is the Care Bear, and then we have Zoe. And Zoe is my favorite Fortnite character ever. She's so cute. And down to the last shelf is this little shelf, which I did a vlog on if you guys want to watch. But this is the Walmart shelf, and I keep all of my paperbacks. I didn't think I had a lot of paperbacks, but apparently I do, and I kind of just color code them and some of the series. If not, they're up there, but I just keep them separate. We have like our blues, The Hating Game, IsTheBomb.com. I still haven't continued on with the series. The Mermaid's Daughter is probably my favorite Siren book. And we have Geekerella, Princess Diaries, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which, don't hate me, I thought it was alright. It was a good book, but it wasn't the best thing I've ever read in my entire life. And now there's a bunch of wonderful queer or gay characters out there, so I don't feel sorry for not loving this book. Then we have Crazy Rich Asians, The Illuminate Files, which I do want to have the hardback covers, but right now I don't mind having the paperback. And I don't feel like spending a lot of money. So if the third book comes out in paperback, which I think it did, then I'll just buy the whole entire series. Then we are moving on to our greens, which yeah, and we have some Shakespeare right here. I love Shakespeare, and this is actually my favorite play from Shakespeare. So yeah, then we're moving up to all of our black paperback bookshelf. Well, just all of our black and gray. Again, there's this this cover right here. I don't know what series it is, but like they do Shakespeare plays with flowers on the cover, and oh my god, it is one of my favorites. Like Romeo and Juliet is by far my favorite. Like look at that. I'm obsessed with roses, so just this cover is everything. We have Truthwitch, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, which I love the cover, and I love everything about the book except for the ending. We don't talk about that. We have Hunger Games, which it is a hot topic right now. Carry On. We have a physics book, which I'm obsessed with the cover too. Like, so pretty. We have poetry right here. One of my Christian books, which is Everybody Loves This Book, which actually I still haven't read, so I have to get to it. Go Ask Alice. And we have some of my series up here, which is the Lunar Chronicles, which it's so good. We have the reboot series, and then we have Every Heart a Doorway, which I'm slowly buying the rest of the books. I'm missing 3 and 4, and plus the new ones coming out, I believe, next year as well. Then we have all of my white tan books, and then I try to create a rainbow with the remaining books that were left. So yeah, actually I'm gonna do a haul real soon because, you know, as if I had space. But I went to my library and they actually have this version, the first book in that version. And even though I do like this version a lot and it is so beautiful, I want the original covers. So I might just replace this one with the other one, which is super exciting for me. Yeah. Have Series of Unfortunate Events, which I love this book ever since I was a child. It's the reason why I started reading chapter books, and I really want to own the rest of them, and then this book as well. Y'all, like, I love this book so much. I actually want to reread it because this book traumatized me, but in a good way. Oh, speaking of traumatizing, this book right here traumatized the freaking life out of me as a child. There's still some stories that I'm creeped out, and the artwork, y'all, it is so creepy. Have you guys seen the trailer for this? Like, ugh, no. The trailer is scary, and I'm scared, and I'm trying to put this away with one hand, and it has not worked out. There we go. We have here my Harry Potter collection, which, yes, I grew up on the movies. I did not grow up on the books. So yes, I did miss out, but I still love Harry Potter. And I adore the movies. I've seen the movies in English and in Spanish, and I've always been obsessed. So now as an adult, I actually get to splurge on my own money to try to get the hardbacks. And all of these have been thrifted, even though this one doesn't have the dust cover jacket. I will get another dust cover jacket because all 3 of these are first editions. Thank God for the thrift store, y'all. So yeah, and these are the picture editions, which my boyfriend got for me for my birthday, and I love him so much. Even though he still hasn't watched the Harry Potter movie, it's okay, y'all. I'm gonna take care of that real soon. And then we have my TBR cookie jar, which you will be seeing in a movie, which you will be seeing in a video very soon. These are all of my paperback on a bookshelf. Yeah, so I'll just say goodbye for now, y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and if you stuck around to the very last, you guys are awesome. I will see you next time. Bye.